Trent's arguably the most disrespected player in the world at the minute.
I think he's awful at the moment, Trent.
There has been the champion club over that period. Doku, going to scamper around Alexander-Arnold.
To talk about him going to Real Madrid, he's going to Tranmere Rovers after this. Them chances for United, so easy, just a couple of balls over the top. We talk about how brilliant Trent is going forward, but Trent's defending today, my goodness, it's like schoolboy stuff.
I think a lot of people would think that the responsibility of a right-back is to be able to defend, and the fact that Trent Alexander-Arnold can't is problematic.
Trent Alexander-Arnold is one of the most disrespected players in football. And that's not just an exaggeration. It's practically a scientific fact at this point. The man could deliver a 50-yard cross with GPS precision, drop it onto Mo Salah's foot like it was gift-wrapped, and still have pundits wagging their fingers saying, yeah, but can he defend?
The amount of times, that Trent has been caught short and they might be doing zonal defending from a corner or something, but he is lazy.
It's the great paradox of modern football. Here we have a once-in-a-generation fullback, scratch that, a midfield maestro in disguise who's redefining the position, yet the world insists on treating him like a Sunday League right back who forgot his shin pads. He's racked up more assists than most midfielders, plays passes Xavi would tip his hat to, and yet he's under constant scrutiny. Critics act like he's a liability when, in reality, he's Liverpool's secret weapon. How did we get here? Why does nobody respect Trent? Let's break it down.
Sturridge for Henderson, Alexander-Arnold, surely this time.
Despite his offensive brilliance, Trent Alexander-Arnold often finds himself under intense scrutiny regarding his defensive capabilities. Critics argue that his defensive contributions don't match his attacking prowess, labeling him a liability at right back. Detractors point to lapses in concentration and positional awareness, suggesting he can be caught out of position, leaving Liverpool's defense exposed. These perceived shortcomings have led to accusations of defense naivety and a lack of tactical discipline. High-profile matches have further fueled this narrative. For instance, during the Champions League final against Real Madrid, Alexander-Arnold faced challenges containing Vinicius Jr., leading to Real's decisive goal.
Karim Benzema. Vinicius, oh, what a goal!
Such moments are frequently cited as evidence of his defensive vulnerabilities. Statistical analysis have also been used to bolster these claims. Metrics show that he has been dribbled past more times than any other defender in the top 5 European leagues. Plus, his errors have led to goal-scoring opportunities, causing fans and pundits to question his defensive reliability. However, it's essential to consider these stats within the broader context of Liverpool's attacking philosophy, which often leaves defenders isolated. The debate extends to his role in the team. Some pundits argue that his exceptional passing range and vision would be better utilized in midfield, suggesting a permanent position change could mask defensive frailties while maximizing his offensive contributions. This perspective, however, overlooks the unique advantage of having a playmaker operating from the right-back position, disrupting traditional defensive setups. Moreover, comparisons with traditional fullbacks often do him a disservice.
I think the benefit of him on the ball does override
the defensive stuff.
The defensive stuff. Kyle Walker still lets you down defensively when he switches off his positional play.
Alexander-Arnold's role under Arne Slot is unconventional. He is tasked with acting as a deep-lying playmaker, which inherently carries defensive risks. Critics sometimes fail to account for this tactical nuance, leading to unfair assessments of his performances. While Alexander-Arnold's defensive abilities are frequently questioned, it's crucial to balance this critique with an understanding of his unique role and tactical demands placed upon him. The ongoing debate underscores the challenges of evaluating players who defy traditional positional definitions. But one thing that isn't up for debate is his trophy haul. At just 26, Trent Alexander-Arnold has secured every major club trophy with Liverpool, becoming the youngest player to do so. His accolades include the Premier League title, Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, UEFA Super Cup, and FIFA Club World Cup. Few players can claim such a complete collection of honors, let alone at such a young age. Beyond silverware, his individual records are just as impressive. He holds the record for the most Premier League assists by a defender in a single season, 13 in the 2019-20 campaign, breaking his own previous record of 12 from the 2018-19 season. His consistent ability to create goals is unmatched among fullbacks. More than just numbers, Alexander-Arnold has redefined the fullback role. His passing range, crossing ability, and vision resemble that of an elite midfielder, making him Liverpool's unexpected playmaker from deep. Analysts and pundits often compare his role to that of a traditional deep-lying playmaker, but from the right flank. His ability to control games from the back is something rarely seen in a defender, proving that he is far from a liability, he is an innovator. Trent Alexander-Arnold defies traditional fullback conventions. Unlike defensive stalwarts such as Cafu or Dani Alves, Alexander-Arnold operates more like a playmaker, orchestrating attacks with precision long balls and crosses.
At the end of training, 10-15 minutes, I'd just start pinging balls and start doing different passes.
10-15 minutes or 3-4 hours, because the way you're pinging them nowadays.
Nah, 10-15 minutes every single day. Every single day I was just pinging balls, making sure they were getting to that level, and then now...
automatic.
His exceptional vision and passing accuracy enable him to initiate offensive plays from deep positions, a role typically reserved for central midfielders. Liverpool's tactical setup capitalizes on his creative prowess, often allowing him to venture forward to bolster the attack. This strategy, while amplifying the team's offensive capabilities, can occasionally leave defensive gaps. Critics frequently highlight these vulnerabilities, attributing them to Alexander-Arnold's defensive shortcomings. However, it's crucial to recognize that these perceived lapses are often a byproduct of the team's tactical choices, which prioritize attacking fluidity over rigid defensive structures. Interestingly, other top fullbacks with similar offensive inclinations, such as Joao Cancelo and Reece James, don't seem to attract the same level of defensive scrutiny. This disparity raises questions about the consistency of such criticisms and whether Alexander-Arnold's unique role is fully appreciated. In essence, labeling Alexander-Arnold as defensively inadequate overlooks the nuances of modern football tactics and the specific demands of his role within Liverpool's system. His contributions transcend traditional defensive metrics, embodying the evolution of the fullback position into a more dynamic and multifaceted role. But how did Trent Alexander-Arnold reach such dizzying heights in football? Trent Alexander-Arnold's journey to becoming one of football's premier playmakers is as unconventional as it is inspiring. Born and raised in Liverpool, he joined the club's academy at just 6 years old, originally developing as a central midfielder. This early experience in the middle of the pitch gave him the vision, passing accuracy, and creativity that would later define his game. Even as a youngster, he had a natural ability to dictate play, something that set him apart from his peers. Recognizing his exceptional passing range and technical skills, Jurgen Klopp and the academy staff made the bold decision to transition him to right back.
Trent the same. We opened the door, but Trent ran through it. That's how it is. It's his right foot is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Great read, Joel Matip. Alexander-Arnold. Salah's there. It's not Salah.
This wasn't about making him a traditional defender. It was about unlocking his attacking potential from deeper areas. Trent embraced the role, using the extra space on the flanks to showcase his pinpoint crosses, long-range passing, and ability to launch counterattacks. In fact, he later admitted that playing right back gave him more freedom to influence the game than he had in the midfield. His rise to Liverpool's first team was meteoric. At just 18, he broke into the starting 11, immediately proving he was more than just a fullback. He was a creative force. His blend of defensive duties and playmaking abilities has redefined what a modern right back can be. By turning a defensive position into an attacking weapon, Trent has revolutionized the role, proving that his midfield instincts never left him. Trent Alexander-Arnold has redefined the role of a modern fullback, not just by participating in attacks, but by orchestrating them. His ability to pick out passes with laser-like precision has drawn comparisons to elite midfielders, with some likening his passing range to Xabi Alonso and Kevin De Bruyne.
Liverpool clicking through the gears again. Origi! Well, just take it all the way back to the start of the move, because that from Liverpool was something special.
One of his most iconic moments came during the 2019 UEFA Champions League semi-final against Barcelona. With Liverpool needing a quick goal, Alexander-Arnold's quick-thinking corner caught the Catalan Giants off guard, leading to a crucial goal that propelled Liverpool to the final. The moment, now simply referred to as corner taken quickly, is one of the most famous assists in football history. Yet, despite these offensive contributions, Alexander-Arnold often finds himself under the microscope for his defensive performances. Critics are quick to highlight any defensive lapses, overshadowing his creative genius. But how often do players like Joao Cancelo or Reece James get the same level of scrutiny? In reality, Alexander-Arnold isn't just breaking records. He's forcing football to rethink what a fullback can be. Under Arne Slot's management, Trent Alexander-Arnold's defensive capabilities have undergone a notable transformation, challenging the persistent narrative that questions his defensive prowess. Critics often zero in on his one-on-one defending, overlooking his significant contributions in interceptions, tackles, and recovery play. Slot's tactical system emphasizes a 4-2-4 formation during defensive phases, which has enhanced Alexander-Arnold's positioning and responsibilities. In this setup, Alexander-Arnold operates as a more traditional right back, focusing on defensive solidity while still contributing offensively. This adjustment has led to improved defensive statistics. His tackles won per 90 minutes have increased from 1.08 in the previous season to 1.69, and instances of being dribbled past have decreased from 2.5 to 1.08. Slot's system also involves a high-intensity pressing mechanism, with the team averaging 5.7 duels, tackles, and interceptions per minute of opponent possession. This collective approach to defending has bolstered Liverpool's resilience, allowing Alexander-Arnold to thrive in a role that balances defensive duties with his natural playmaking abilities.
Given away by Alexander-Arnold, but he wins it back now. He's got it back from Firmino. He might fancy this. Alexander-Arnold!
Despite these advancements, some critics continue to focus on isolated defensive lapses, failing to recognize the unique demands placed on Alexander-Arnold. No right back in history has been tasked with such a multifaceted role, serving as a playmaker, fullback, set-piece specialist, and leader. Under Slot's guidance, Alexander-Arnold has not only adapted to these challenges, but also excelled, redefining the expectations of a modern fullback. The perception of Alexander-Arnold's defensive flaws is increasingly outdated. His evolution under Slot's tactical system showcases a player who has addressed previous criticisms and emerged as a well-rounded defender, integral to Liverpool's success on both ends of the pitch. Trent Alexander-Arnold's role has evolved since Arne Slot took over the reins from Jurgen Klopp, reflecting his adaptability and footballing intelligence. Slot's tactical approach emphasizes possession-based play and high-intensity pressing, requiring fullbacks to be defensively solid while contributing to the attack. Alexander-Arnold has thrived in the system, balancing his defensive responsibilities with his natural playmaking abilities. This evolution has sparked discussions about his future position. Some pundits have suggested that a permanent move to midfield could unlock new dimensions in his play.
City had a player injured today, Kevin De Bruyne, who is world class in terms of delivery and striking of a ball and his passing, and Trent Alexander-Arnold is the equal of him.
However, such a transition would require adjustments, as the dynamics of midfield play differ from those of a fullback. Regardless of his position, Alexander-Arnold's vision, leadership qualities, and technical skills position him as a future captain for Liverpool. His journey reflects a footballing visionary, continually adapting and redefining his role to meet the team's needs. Alexander-Arnold's attacking prowess is unparalleled among defenders. He holds the record for the most Premier League assists by a defender, with 61 to his name. His ability to deliver precise crosses and set pieces has been instrumental in Liverpool's attacking strategies, often tipping the scales in crucial matches. While no player is without flaws, the emphasis on his defensive lapses fails to account for the unique role he plays, a role that seamlessly blends defense and playmaking. Despite the ongoing debates, history will likely remember Alexander-Arnold as a footballing pioneer. His style of play challenges traditional positional boundaries, setting new standards for what is expected from a fullback. As the game evolves, the qualities he embodies may become the norm, prompting future generations to recognize that he was ahead of his time. In an era where fullbacks are increasingly integral to both defense and attack, Alexander-Arnold stands as a testament to football's ever-changing dynamics. In conclusion, it's time to shift the narrative. Instead of fixating on what Alexander-Arnold may lack, we should celebrate the myriad ways he elevates the game. His vision, creativity, and influence on the pitch far outweigh any perceived deficiencies, solidifying his status as one of football's most innovative talents. And that'll be all for today's video. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.